Reactions erupt after Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence. Abaribe, Kubana Chief Priest, and Bianca Ojukwu speaks out. Nigerians woke up to a verdict that has sent shockwaves across the southeast and beyond. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been sentenced to life imprisonment. The news sparked immediate reactions from some of the most influential voices in the southeast. Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe, Cubana Chief Priest, and Minister Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu have all spoken out, each with a distinct message. Some warn of political consequences, others plead for calm, and some caution against actions that could escalate tensions. Today, we break down their reactions, what they mean, and what is next in this unfolding story. If you are watching till now and haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the video reach more people. Senator Abaribe described the verdict as saddening but not surprising. He has long cautioned that ignoring dialogue and political solutions with IPOB would lead to tense outcomes. Even in his disappointment, he urges the people to remain calm, law-abiding, and prayerful. His appeal is clear. Patience and restraint are the strongest responses at this moment. He said, "We are saddened but not surprised. The signs were already clear from the government's attitude. Nonetheless, I urge our people to remain calm, law-abiding, and prayerful. Nothing must push us into violence." He also emphasized the responsibility of President Tinubu to ensure fairness and equity in managing the aftermath. For Kubana Chief Priest, the verdict is more than a legal ruling. It is a political warning. Through his social media channels, he emphasized that Tinubu risks losing meaningful political support in the southeast if Kanu remains imprisoned. He quotes, "Only one thing can save you in the southeast. Release Nnamdi Kanu. As long as he is in jail, you cannot get 10,000 votes in this region. People are watching." Kubana criticized Southeast ministers and political figures for failing to advocate for the interests of the region. While many youth praise his candor, others criticize him for politicizing a sensitive matter. Minister Bianca Ojukwu urged calm and emphasized the importance of measured action. While the verdict may feel disappointing, she stressed that inflammatory rhetoric or rash reactions will only make the situation worse. She said, and I quote, "This is not the time to beat the drums of fury. It is the time for responsible engagement. A word is enough for the wise." She called for inclusive dialogue, urging governors, traditional rulers, clergy, and youth leaders to engage constructively with the federal government. Please click the subscribe button if you are yet to do so, and turn on your notification bell. You don't want to miss updates on this story. The life sentence for Nnamdi Kanu sent waves of shock and discussion across the southeast. For Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe, it was a moment that brought both disappointment and understanding. He has long warned that ignoring dialogue with IPOB will lead to tense outcomes. And now that prediction has come true, yet even in his sadness, Abaribe urged the people to stay calm and law-abiding, reminding them that patience and prayer are the strongest responses in turbulent times. Kubana Chief Priest, on the other hand, saw the verdict in an entirely different light. To him, this wasn't just a legal ruling, it was a political earthquake. His Instagram posts captured the frustration and urgency he believes many youth feel. Only one thing can save you in the southeast. release Nnamdi Kanu. He wrote, making it clear that political loyalty hangs in the balance. Every reaction online and offline seemed to echo his warning, showing that the youth are watching closely and their sentiments cannot be ignored. Then there is Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu, who looked at the situation through the lens of diplomacy and careful leadership. She urged restraint and dialogue, emphasizing that even though the verdict may feel like a setback, it is a moment to act wisely rather than react emotionally. Her voice encourages both leaders and citizens to seek structured engagement and peaceful resolutions, highlighting that wisdom and unity can overcome anger and fear. Taken together, these three reactions reveal the complex layers of emotion and strategy that define the Southeast right now. Abaribe advocates calm, Cubana Chief Priest warns of political consequences, and Bianca Ojukwu calls for dialogue. Each perspective offers a unique lens through which the verdict can be understood, and each will influence how communities and leaders respond in the days ahead. The verdict does more than punish. It tests leadership, measures public sentiment, and sets the tone for future political engagement in the Southeast. Kubana Chief Priest's words resonate strongly with the youth, whose conversations online and in their communities show both frustration and political awareness. Every social media post, every gathering of young people discussing the verdict adds weight to his warning. The message is clear. People are paying attention, and political leaders cannot afford to be silent. At the same time, Abaribe's calm and measured voice acts as a counterbalance, reminding citizens that patience, lawfulness, and restraint remains essential. Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu's emphasis on dialogue further complements this, acting as a bridge between caution and urgency. She encourages both leaders and the public to channel their energies into constructive engagement, ensuring that tensions do not escalate into conflict. The stakes are unmistakable. The verdict is not just about Kanu, it is about leadership, credibility, and the broader political and social climate in the Southeast. How the youth, politicians, and community leaders respond will shape alliances, influence elections, and determine the level of unity in the region. Questions linger in the air. Will the youth heed Abaribe's call for restraint? Will Kubana Chief Priest warning spark a more confrontational approach? Can Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu's diplomatic appeals bring citizens and leaders together toward a peaceful resolution? In the end, the verdict becomes more than a legal decision. It becomes a mirror reflecting the priorities, fears, and hopes of the Southeast. It tests the patience of citizens, the judgment of leaders, and the capacity of communities to respond wisely. Every statement, every reaction, and every choice from here on will shape the story for months, perhaps even years to come.